End of winter has to be probably the hardest point of the year to dress for. Maybe also end of summer, because probably by this point you are well and truly over wearing all of your wonderful winter clothing. So today I wanted to talk through some of the ways that I like to break up the mundane of the outfits I've been wearing for the last 2 to 3 months, spice it up a little bit, and then also what I'm looking forward to in preparation for spring 2025. All of the outfits that I wanted to show you today actually came as a bit of an inspiration from a woman that I follow on Instagram. I will leave her handle down below because I can't remember it off the top of my head, but she does this really great series of Instagram reels where she takes items that she's thrifted, but just a small amount, and she showcases how many outfits you can actually make with just a few different pieces. So that's kind of what I did today. If you want to kind of in a short form content look at all of the different outfits that I created with just a handful of pieces, you can go visit me over on YouTube Shorts and check that out. But I will be putting all of kind of the cutaways from those outfits over to the side so you can see. This is something that I find sometimes really challenging to do, and I feel like a lot of us do as well. It's so easy to buy lots of pieces of clothing, but then only really know how to style them maybe one particular way. For instance, if you take a sweatshirt like this one that I am kind of featuring in today's video, this is a gorgeous sweatshirt. It is so classic. It's this beautiful kind of heathered gray color that really brightens up and freshens up a winter wardrobe, especially when paired with something like a pair of white trousers or white jeans. But most of the time you think of a sweatshirt and you think of pairing it with athleisure. And I really wanted to creatively challenge myself to find different ways that I could style just a few pieces. So like I said, I took pieces from my own wardrobe and then 4 different pieces that were gifted to me for the YouTube short, and challenged myself to create so many different types of outfits using lots of different pieces. Now there were 3 outerwear pieces and then 1 skirt. And like I said in the intro of the video, end of winter is one of the hardest times to dress for because maybe the weather's starting to change just a little bit, but we also get these bouts of really, really cold temperatures, maybe even some snow. So in order to kind of make this a little bit easier for me while still being challenging, I started out with creating and choosing a color palette. Now for end of winter, I wanted to freshen things up a little bit. I wanted to stay away from the dark, heavy colors that I typically associate with maybe December, even January timeframe, particularly black. Black is such a go-to for me. I wear black so many different points in my wardrobe, but for this kind of end of winter creative challenge video, I wanted to try a full outfit creation process without really integrating the color black into any of my pieces. So the colors that I chose that were kind of driven by these outerwear pieces was light blue, light green / kind of an olive color, white of course, and then different kind of shades of white inside of there. Like I said, the sweatshirt was kind of like a heathered gray ivory color. I have some cream, I have some true white, and then it's some of the grounding tones that's not black. So different kind of shades of brown, from a little bit more espresso colored to a little bit lighter colored. So I started by choosing my color palette that reminded me more so of kind of an early spring vibe, when everything is starting to kind of creep up from the ground. Things are coming in fresh, from weeds to flowers, and everything is just kind of gaining that little bit of a sparkle, that little bit of a breath of fresh air. Now from this, I basically just said, how many different ways can I create outfits with a very small handful of clothing? So I think there was maybe 10 to 12 pieces overall, not including shoes, that I used to kind of create lots of different outfits. Starting out with just outfits that you could wear on a rainy day, on a snowy day, outfits that you could wear while going to an office or maybe a bit more casual. I also wanted to kind of spice things up a little bit, and instead of just sticking with pants, I wanted to see if I could integrate, while still being warm, wearing skirts into this kind of late winter, early spring. So I had two different skirts that I paired quite a few of the different pieces with. One of them was this really beautiful cream mini skirt that actually has kind of a pair of shorts built in, which I love. Exceptionally comfortable. It came with this really beautiful dark chocolate leather belt. And creating looks with this skirt was actually so incredibly easy, all the way from workwear appropriate to maybe more casual, but you're still wearing a skirt. I think that skirts are such a understated piece of your wardrobe. You can absolutely wear them 4 seasons. Wintertime, maybe if it's really, really cold, pair them with tights, of course, thick socks, high boots, etc. But skirts are such a unexpected element to add into a late winter wardrobe that I think it is so fun to play around with, mixing and matching different skirts and different pieces like that. Because, like I said, it's unexpected. You don't necessarily expect somebody to wear a skirt, maybe particularly something more casual like a sweatshirt, but it still gives this really kind of cool, cozy vibe. Again, if you're sticking to your color palette, you're sticking to a very small amount of pieces that you're creatively putting outfits together from, then you can really, I feel like, make some outfits and pieces that are truly just absolutely interesting. They're unique. They're going to get you out of those winter doldrums that might hit us this time of year when we see the weather forecast and it's 20s and snowing. So those are some of my tips to create just some different unique styles of outfits that you might not have thought of otherwise. Number 1, choose a color palette. Number 2, narrow yourself down to a few different pieces from your wardrobe, maybe pick 10 to 12, and then just start mixing and matching, adding some unexpected elements in, adding some pieces together that you might not have thought otherwise go together. You might also create your own kind of style personality for the end of winter, and you might actually find some outfits using pieces you already have in your own wardrobe that you would not have thought of otherwise, that actually gets you excited to get dressed in the morning and to create this really beautiful kind of late winter, even into early spring look. So I hope it was helpful for you all. Let me know if you yourself have any tips or ideas or styles for dressing late winter. As we go into spring, I have so many ideas of kind of outfits and aesthetics that I want to be creating. If you want a sneak peek of that, you can hop over to my Pinterest. I have started to create some really incredible boards over there that curate a really beautiful, different aesthetic that some are on trend, some are a bit more unexpected. Thank you all so much for watching. I hope you all have a wonderful rest of your week, and we'll see you in the next video.